Today, I'm going to do a full deep dive into both the Insta360 GO ULTRA and the DJI OSMO NANO to see how they compare to each other, as they are very similar products. And I won't just be talking about specs. I have been testing both of these for a couple of weeks now and got real world footage to show you guys so you can see for yourself which is best for your use cases. Insta360 is sponsoring this video, but I will be fully transparent and honest about all my thoughts for both of these cameras so you guys have a fair comparison. Anyways, I'll put timestamps in the video in case you want to skip to more specific sections that you're interested in, but without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start by looking at the product's hardware. They both detach from their base docks or screens, and this makes the cameras versatile and portable for easy, low profile shooting. And both of these cameras are great for POV shooting and vlogging setups. It's definitely their strong points. The GO ULTRA slightly beats the Nano in terms of sensor size, with a larger 1/1.28 inch sensor compared to the Nano's 1/1.3 inch sensor. And with that, the field of view is slightly wider on the GO ULTRA compared to the OSMO NANO, but we'll get more into that a bit later. Looking at the size of these products, they're basically the same as a whole, especially if you look at it like this. But when detached from their screens, I'd say the Insta360 is slightly smaller, even though they basically weigh the same. But the big difference here is the screen size. The Nano has a 1.9 inch screen, whereas the GO ULTRA has a larger 2.5 inch screen, which I've found is quite nice to have when viewing footage and changing settings and stuff like that. And the GO ULTRA screen actually flips straight up so you can do easy selfie mode like this, compared to the Nano where you have to detach and swap the face like that so you can have the screen on the front. Not too much of a hassle either way, but the flip screen on the GO ULTRA is quite a nice addition. They are also both magnetic, so you can mount them to any magnetic surface. But the Nano does have a bit more flexibility in that department, as it has magnets on the side and the back, whereas the GO ULTRA just has magnets on the back. The cameras themselves are both waterproof up to 10 meters, but the docks and screens are only splash resistant. And both have SD card slots, except the Nano does have internal storage built in, so you can shoot without an SD card. Whereas you do need a micro SD card to shoot with the GO ULTRA no matter what. Both cameras come with very similar accessories inside the box. The main ones I use is the magnetic pendant, the hat clip, and the versatile sticky mount. The wearable ones make it super easy to get hands-free footage for both the GO ULTRA and the OSMO NANO, but the GO ULTRA does look a bit more sleek because there's no big fat logo on the front, unlike DJI's. Alright, now that that's all out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. Let's see the image quality for ourselves. I've shot in a bunch of different conditions and setups, so there should be some great comparisons here. Everything was shot in 4K, either at 25 or 50p at a high bit rate. No log profiles or color grading, just straight out of camera. But one thing to note is the Nano does have 10-bit color depth, which I did shoot in for all these tests. But the GO ULTRA can only shoot up to 8-bit, so obviously I had to shoot in that. So first, let's go to some classic POV tennis clips. The Nano was on rock-steady stabilization, and the GO ULTRA was just on their standard stabilization.
Damn!
I also tried a POV setup when doing some sparring and boxing. Both cams worked pretty well in that environment, to be honest, but which do you prefer? I also love this simple technique of using a clamp arm on the end of a guitar to mount the camera for this awesome view. Really cool and still super lightweight, so it doesn't get in the way at all. And like I said before, the GO ULTRA does have a slightly wider field of view compared to the OSMO NANO, which is a big plus with a camera like this, as you want as much in the frame as possible, especially for those hands-free shots. But let's take a look at how these cameras handle low light situations. With cameras and sensors this small, usually we can't expect too much from the low light department, but both of these cameras do have a special low light mode, which was used to record all of these next shots. To me, both cameras look a bit over-processed and blurry for my liking, but the Go Ultra does seem a bit brighter, especially on the faces in this mode. The Go Ultra does feature an ambient low light sensor, which is supposed to help eliminate artificial light flickering and keeps colors as accurate as possible in all types of environments. The Nano doesn't feature anything like this, so the footage can sometimes come out a little bit more dull compared to the Go Ultra, but that's nothing some easy color grading can't fix.
Lady, she's a man. I think she's got it, that's the plan. September lost like crying tears in the rain. Feeling now.
To me, both cameras feature really solid stabilization modes. The Insta360 has 3 levels: low, standard, and high. And the Osmo Nano just has rock steady as its main one. When running with these cameras, I think the Insta360 might have the edge on this one. I just think it has a bit more smoother motion, especially on the high stabilization mode. They also both have tilt fix or horizon balance stabilization. So if you tilt the cameras, it will actually keep the image level and straight. Although this does come with a crop into the frame, but that's expected. Overall, I think both of these cameras have pretty good stabilization, but let me know what you think in the comments below. When vlogging, you do have the option to hook up their respective Bluetooth wireless microphones. DJI has their own mic lineup and so does Insta360, and they both integrate very seamlessly. But if you don't have those accessories, how does the audio sound coming straight from the camera? Okay, so in my right hand, I got the Insta360 GO ULTRA, and in my left hand, got the DJI. Both have got noise reduction modes on. I think on the GO ULTRA, it's got the weak setting, which is suitable for vlogging and walking and stuff. That's what it said, and the DJI is just standard. So see how this sounds? I'm outside, it's a little bit windy, lots of cars going by right here. So yeah, how does this look? How does this sound? You let me know. I'm gonna start driving now, and we're gonna see how the audio sounds. All right, so I'm on a main road now, and I guess this is the best time to sort of see how the audio sounds. It's also very rainy today, so it might sound even worse with a bit of rain on the windscreen and stuff, but this is how it's gonna sort of sound when you're vlogging in the car or something like that. There is no noise reduction or wind reduction effects on either of the cameras, so it is straight just raw audio, not even any voice enhancement or anything like that. So yeah, how does it sound? Let me know in the comments which you think is better. Also, with the video quality and the dynamic range, which camera do you think handles the highlights outside and this sort of shadow interior a bit better? I can't see them right now because the screens are black and I'm also trying to drive. But yeah, I'm pretty keen to see which one works better in this sort of scenario. Now let's talk about the battery life. You can't expect too much from these cameras because they are so small, especially when detached from their docks like this. I mean, there's only so much battery you can fit in here. This first batch of testing is with the cameras recording detached from their docks like this. For 4K 25p high bitrate 16:9 in a cool 22 degrees environment, the Go Ultra got 48 minutes before it died, and the Osmo Nano reached 53 minutes. So not too different really, but do remember the Go Ultra was only recording 8-bit and the Nano was 10-bit. So the Nano actually might perform even better when just recording 8-bit. For 4K 50p with the same conditions, the Go Ultra only got 33 minutes and the DJI got 45 minutes, still on 10-bit recording. So the DJI definitely has a bit better performance here. And just for some extra reference, I did another test with the cameras recording inside their docks, so they would be receiving charge over the time they're recording. So for 4K 25p, same settings as before, the Go Ultra got 2 hours and 22 minutes, and the Osmo Nano got 2 hours and 8 minutes. And the DJI is still on 10-bit. So I think it's safe to say the Osmo Nano tends to have a bit better performance with the battery life compared to the Go Ultra. So after looking at all of this, both cameras are pretty comparable and similar, realistically. But hopefully after showing you all my example footage and tests, you've got an idea now on which looks best to you and what will work for your type of shooting. And that's what matters. It's whatever you prefer. I will leave links to the cameras in the description below if you would like to check them out. But for now, that's me, all done. I'll see you guys later.